Clockwork Doom safe lane against that Life Stealer. Meanwhile, up top, it's the PL Shadow Demon against the old classic, the SK Lesh. And Raji, well, he's feeling the heat already. He went Shadow Poison level 1, so no save for himself. The right click starting to mount up. There is a Mango, a Burrow Strike, Raji, and a lot of trouble. And Q gets that first blood with a splitter.
Doppelganger's back, so great moves here from the Raid.
Oh,
They
no.
want to keep it going top.
James, he's going to get caught. They will use the Doom as a counterplay onto SRF. James actually lives through it, pops the rocket forward, and now TA comes in. They finish off the Sand King. Q trying to make it back under tower, but the blink forward, the side trap, and even a Hadouken.
And like this TA has a massive target on her back. Oh, that's a target hit there.
Yeah, that's a nice hook shot. James taking a lot of return damage. Bedlam's a hell of a spell, and Baboka gets one before he falls. SRF looking for the counter kill on the TA. The epicenter is there, but it might not be enough damage. Love You, Love Me, still alive as now Doom rotates in, drops it onto the Sand King.
Oh, he's gonna fight.
But still TA has to commit for it. Sounds good.
Oh, geez. Disruptor. Oh, he got him.
Whoa, Raji.
Doom is not there, though. He's gonna try and catch where he zips to.
He's out of mana, though. He can't zip very far. Storm Spirit just needs to buy a little bit of time. Raji stacking up the damage. Maybe he can get this kill on Raji after all. Doom there just in the nick of time, and they'll finish him off. They just back up, but now a smoke out of the base from IG. Who are they going to catch? It's going to be the Shadow Demon. They'll get popped first, and on the other side, they found more. It's TA. Doom on the low ground. Does drop the ultimate.
Oh,
now hook shot in. Oh, this TA is going to start going big, but Boca on the backside with the disable. The follow-up stuns and FTD are out of resources. The TA, who had such a good setup, will be brought down. Does finish off the Lesh, but now coming back to life with the Aegis. 2 buybacks used by FTD. They've got a Shrine, and they want to come in to maybe turn this, but the Cursed Crown is there, and all of IG will survive. Beyond charging forward into a Sentry Ward with that Shadow Blade. They're going to turn and see if they can find this kill. Aggressive with some right clicks. Might be able to just turn on to James instead. He did use the cogs to lock him in. Raji there with the save, but it's only going to buy him a couple of seconds. Aggressive struggling to get off the right clicks. Yeah.
And they don't feel comfortable leaving Leshrac alone to push waves. That's pretty much what he's doing bottom now.
Yeah, it's falling quick, and with that minus armor, they will get it. Life Stealer, he almost gets there in time, actually, but Roshan falls. He's inside this Granite Ancient Golem. On the backside, though, it's the Doom that gets caught. He's going to go down first. However, they lose their Storm. Hook shot down below onto Baboka. IG just getting picked apart one at a time. Aggressive with a TP that actually works. We'll obviously add some survivability in this fight. Also, Lincoln Sphere now completed by the Storm. Smoke on smoke. Who's going to jump who? Doom gets caught first, but hook shot in the other side. It's broken into 2 fights as they trade Doom for Lesh. Now Raji getting focused, but gets off a disruption. TA with a lot of damage. Does click down the Willow. Buyback there. Now more action into the fray as the Crimson Guard is used. It's mitigating some damage as Aggressive stands his ground against the TA, but not winning this battle. It's going to be a close one. The Bedlam's there to help him finish it off.
SRF, maybe?
Aegis on the way back, but PL with a Doppelganger trying to finish off the Storm. It's going to be close. Rocket Flare will get him. Aggressive now trying to move around the trees to survive. The Roche spoils are just too much. FTD starting to overwhelm them. Raji still topped off. Drops the disruption onto SRF, closes that gap for the Phantom Lancer to get in. The Shrine, it's used. It's going to buy him a little bit more time, but it's not enough, Trent. And TA now with an MKB also. So that evasion I was talking about completely countered, but they catch an initiation. Follow-up Fear from the Willow. Storm zips down, looking to grab Raji. The die back on him. But now the Sand King takes the Doom, and James grabs 2 with a nice hookshot cogs. Bedlam might turn it the other way, but up top they're going hard on the Life Stealer. He rages, but still gets brought down.
We'll see how aggressive they want to be. They have a full ward lasting on the high ground here that was placed down earlier, so they've always known what these movements were from IG.
Yeah, and there's that glyph. Orchid out on the TA, trying to lock down SRF. Now the Storm jumps in, but hookshot going to be off the mark. James now going to have to walk in as Raji's getting focused in the backline, taking a lot of damage, but XXS runs out of mana. Now he's out of BKB, locked down by the Clockwork, stuck in the cogs. Buyback from the Lesh after he goes down. SRF doing some work here, but gets doomed pretty much right away out of Sandstorm. BKB's back for Beyond, and this is looking grim for IG. Instant buyback now from the Sand King. Tier 3 finally brought down. The TA was also killed. But Boca now going back in. A lot of chaos in this fight, and they might still hold it. The Doom gets brought down, but Boca will trade his life to secure the kill. Sand King, the lone survivor. And at this point, they just don't have the answer for the PL. Point blank hook shot interrupts the Sandstorm. Burrow strike back up. SRF doing what he can. Ring around the rosy. Force staff back down. They actually don't have a sentry there, but
they're still holding on here. They're fighting IG.
Oh, they're going to lose Boca. Now on the other side, Raji stunned up. They go 1 for 1. This could still be all right. James now with the double damage. Caught inside of his own cogs with a Storm Spirit Lifestealer. Not where you want to be as aggressive. Just needs that one last auto attack.
Definitely felt like this game was, you know, there was a turnaround chance. And okay.
This is the jump. They make it onto PL, but he's got some help. It's not enough. PL goes down right away, and now Doom, BKB'd on the run. Does still have a Shadow Blade, but they'll grab him. And he goes down. It's a quick 2. Buyback from the PL to get into the fray. TA wants to fight, and she'll do some damage to Q as James isolates Boca. Aggressive gets brought down. No buyback there. And even after a sloppy start, FTD will still be able to clean this up.
Or I guess they didn't know for sure, did they? Because he didn't have timer, but they would have seen the AC just coming up.
Yep, nice stun on 2 from SRF. Sets it up. Storm jumps in. TA's down. Buyback now there. They'll get Raji in the back line. And this PL, not that healthy. He is BKB'd. She's still available, doing big damage to the Lesh rack, but Lesh still standing. Now they get SRF. James in the back line doing a lot of damage, and they'll finally bring down the Pony Boy. Buyback's coming if they've got it. The tier 3 falls, but bottom lane of Barracks still there. They get the stun onto James, trying to make the retreat. Lotus Orb helping out, but Storm with the BKB will just commit for the kill, and he does find it. Lane creeps. Constantly pushing in.
Snore.
I mean, Willow basically can't do anything.
I'm bored. Come fight us. Like,
and I'd be bored too if I were Willow.
All chat.
It's working though. In comes the TA, and she's down. That's the Aegis right there. Now can IG take the rest of the fight? They've killed Raji as well. No buyback as PL goes in deep. Doom's been used on Nakes. Second Doom actually gets reflected by the Lotus. He dooms himself, but Boca gets brought down. It's still not looking great for IG as now Q has fallen. Focus on the Barracks. Storm zips out. He wants to clean these up. PL still has the cheese and the BKB, but Aggressive is back. They've killed the Doom, and it looks like it might be the hold they've needed.
The TA?
There's the cheese. TA's bought back, and now she's in big trouble. No BKB. It's a dieback on the TA. James in too deep. He's in trouble. He goes down. It's a triple for the Storm, and they want PL. He's got no BKB, no TP for 3, and he is on the run. Now the buyback from the Doom. They've got eyes. Can they actually track him down? In this game, definitely. We've seen so much clumping. We've already seen that be a game changer. That's a pretty good one. Here we go.
Into Storm Spirit.
Storm Spirit with the surprise. He does have an arcane rune on. Who are they going to find, though? They jump up to the high ground. It's the Clockwork. James will get focused first, but now on the low ground, Eon Disc keeps the Lesh alive. It's a 4v5. No buyback available. They're going to find Raji. He gets off the defensive disruption. That buys him a second, but now the Shadow Demon's down. Instant buyback there around the backside. Now the TA joins the party, getting the Storm Spirit low. He's muted. He's going to be brought down. Does have a buyback, will choose to hold it. Aggressive, still pretty strong, but now Q brought down. Finally, the buyback from the Storm. TA falls. She's got the buyback as well. Seems like IG might be going all in. Big epicenter. It is broken up by Raji. And now the buyback from TA. FTD have the reinforcements and the superior numbers. The Dire team can't get back in the fight. All the buybacks being used now. SRF with the Lincolns. Oh my God, it's Storm from downtown. He hit her. He finishes off the TA. Now the Doom very low. Again, Raji with the reset, but it's not going to make a difference. 3 down. No buybacks for FTD, and they might have actually tossed this one away. Ended up being a benefit for Storm because he got such an awesome long-range zip, but generally speaking, Damage down bottom. It's a double damage, in fact. They initiate onto Willow. Does have the Eon Dish. She'll still have a reset, but XXS goes in. They lose Maboka first. Trying to finish off the Shadow Demon. It's going to be so close, but he can't quite do it. Now James locks him on the low ground. This Storm is able to zip away, but on the backside, it looks like PL
the Sand King
is doing a lot of damage. Sand King doomed twice. He will end up falling. Q also going to get brought down. Buyback from the Sand King.
But he's just scouting to help provide the right site.
Also, no refresher on Doom. He will have the ultimate, but not going to have trouble. Here we go. They jump in hard. The PL's in big trouble. He get disrupted and force staff back. It will cost Shadow Demon his life and maybe even the Doom, but TA in the back line does bring down the Willow. XXS running low on mana, still zipping all around. But there's a huge heavy from SRF. He brings down the TA. Now the buybacks fly. FTD could still hold on to this fight. Game's getting very low, but Cogs breaking it up. He's able to get to the side. Illusions bringing him down, perhaps, but no. He does survive. FTD hang on, but more economic damage. IG shift back into the lead, force 2 more buybacks and losing only their Willow. On the Dire side, it's just the Sand King and the Willow.
They're going to sneak their way in here. I mean, I say sneak, they know, but...
There's fear from Willow. They're going to set this up, and the PL's the first one to get caught. He is going to get a reset, but so much damage from IG. Raji goes down first. Clockwork falls second. Doom again on the Sand King, but it might not be enough. He gets reflected on himself. He's locked down. Hook shot in after the buyback. Still no buyback on Raji for another 4 minutes, so this is a true 4v5. We've seen how important the Shadow Demon is to keeping these cores live.
I'm a little surprised they're even backing away this much. Okay, they're going to go back in because they have the buyback advantage.
They want to go. There's the Infest Bomb. They jump onto the Doom. Follow-up stun. It's very nice from the Sand King and the Curse Crown, as well as the Hex. Secure the kill on Doom. Now the buyback from him. Storm getting low. TA trying to man up. Hook shot in from James. Brings down the Storm, but he'll buy back straight away. The BOT is back in the frame as they lose the TA. Looking very grim for FTD is now die back for the Doom. On the other side, they're looking for the PL, and they'll find him. James trumps the Cog. It's not enough. PL makes it back to the pit. They finally got the stuns to lock him down, and that short cooldown doppelganger won't be enough. The Phantom Lancer will fall, and that's going to be a dieback on him. All 5 down for FTD, and IG might just have finally done it.
We're trying to do, and how they can infiltrate into that line and just win all these engagements is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. There it is. The official GG is called from FTD. No buybacks to defend this death march, and they'll go straight tier 4s into Throne, as IG are now 3 victory away from qualifying for the International 8 as they move on to the upper bracket finals.